Hello everybody, welcome to Wingit Plays, a game for the Super Nintendo that seems very memorable. And here we talk about it a lot, I think, during DKCR. Yes, the trilogy. Welcome to Wingit Plays Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is the third Donkey Kong game we've done on my channel. But this one will be a bit of a solo project, mostly because I don't think I could drag Cameron or anyone else through the DKC one. Because I'll admit this is probably my least favorite of the trilogy, but I do enjoy it, and I kind of want to replay it through again. Mostly because I want to play like the full trilogy again. But with that, let's get started. I'm playing a one-player game because, again, I'm by myself. And I kind of want to do something a little different than I want to have been recording a bunch of lately. So meet our main character. This is Donkey Kong. You can walk to the right, to the left. You can go all the way to the left here and get the plot of the game. Good story, great gripping details. Everything I could ever possibly want to know. Well, the other controls is you can jump with the jump button. Depends on the console you're using. I'm using the Switch Classic because Switch Virtual Console or Nintendo Switch Online. What is it called again? Super Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Switch Online. There we go. I didn't want to play that sound effects. That's probably DK's best sound effects. And our other playable character, found in DK Barrel, is essentially how you get your other hit points. Because each character only gets one hit point, unlike DKCR, where everyone gets two. Or Jungle Beat, where you have three, but Jungle Beat's kind of its own beast. It's interesting. Anyways, we have Diddy. Diddy's our other character. Diddy is quite literally objectively better than Donkey Kong in every way, pretty much, except for one aspect in its combat. And even then, you're still better off just kind of using Diddy and just avoiding the combat in general. Now, we did miss it earlier based on how we were moving around, but there is actually another one up there. Well, we might show it later. Let's see. What happened? Okay. Anyways, we should probably go over a few more differences with the two. Diddy is a lot smaller, but he can also jump visibly a lot higher than Donkey Kong can. Or at least it kind of feels like it does, because of your smaller body and you can move faster. But Donkey Kong is more of the big heavy guy to deal with some more combat situations. In fact, he has his own unique move, the Ground Pound, which is really not as useful as it is in DKCR. That's gonna be the main game I compare it to, because that's like the most Donkey Kong Country game I played on my channel. But, yeah, anyways, another small difference is how they hold barrels. Donkey Kong holds barrels above his head while Diddy holds in front of him, which is fairly helpful. Of a difference. So if you need to know if you know you're gonna be getting hit by stuff above you, it might be better to run DK lead and hold the barrel overhead, and also, usually, because DK is kind of the lesser character, it's not a bad idea to run point DK and just kind of let him take hits. Anyways, after collecting KONG Kong, unlike Donkey Kong Country Returns where it's used for 100%, in this game it's used to get you extra lives. Oops, or like, oops. And these are bonus rooms. These are kind of the time when Donkey Kong Country had the most like Mario bonus rooms, of where they're literally just your bonuses. Which is interesting enough, and something a little different. I'm not sure how long these episodes are going to be, but we'll see. Now, I do kind of want to show off something interesting on level 1 of how fast you can kind of beat it by just sticking to the top. With Diddy. So if you head up to the top of the trees, you can actually get a bunch of lives and bananas up here. Actually, wait a minute, that's wrong. I should have And yes, you can actually Yoshi Rambi. It's not as useful as like a proper Yoshi jump, but it is useful enough. A big thing also is the momentum in your rolls, because every time you hit an enemy, unlike DKCR, where it's like, hey, you just kind of stop your roll, in this game you actually preserve momentum. Now then, this level. This level? Is it not? Is it a different level I'm thinking of? I guess it's a different level I'm thinking of. I know this looks on the recording. It looks okay. Honestly, it looks a little better than my TV, which is kind of sad. But either way, another difference are these armadillos. Diddy takes 2 hits to actually defeat them, whereas Donkey, being the more powerful guy, will instantly kill them. Another brief example of why Donkey is a bit better for more combat-oriented situations, but usually combat is not the focus of this game. But it does give DK his own special little, like, flavor that you get compared to playing Diddy. But, like, usually I just recommend everyone play Diddy. If you're showing Donkey Kong Country to your friends for the first time, just let them play Diddy. The whole time, they'll enjoy it way more. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Do-do-do-do-do. And eventually the armadillos will stop going. Now, I actually kind of want to see what's in there, because usually that means there's a secret. Now again, with Diddy's higher jump... Actually, I can't make that, really? Really? Interesting. I figured I would have been able to make that, I guess. Not. Could I get a tire out of here? Occasionally you can use this to find some secrets. It usually doesn't get used too much. These I haven't ran around tested the ground pound in a lot of areas. And as we exit the forest here, everything brightens up, and we're now back to the daytime. Night has passed, and we can begin with Ong! And hey, Cranky's here. Let's pop by and take a pit stop. Sure, come on over. Beats talking to myself. Your bananas in the snake pit of Reptile Rumble. Crabcap's teeth are too big to use the roll attack. You need to jump on them. Sit here and rock all day, especially if you two leave me alone. Great expiring words from Cranky Kong. Anyways, let's move on to Reptile Rumble. Sorry, I was checking a few things, making sure stuff is still working. Now, there is a bit of a difference in the types of barrels you can have. The wooden barrels are kind of basic. The DK barrels give you Kongs, the metal barrels will just kind of keep going. And with specific techniques, can actually be used to roll around on, as I did earlier. Bum-ba-da-bum. Bonus levels like this, it's kind of better to just kind of grab all the bonuses, because you just hit it. It's not a bad idea to grab, unless you're trying to go fast, then the optimal way to do a bonus level is just to not do a bonus level. Ooh, that's cool. I will fully admit I am kind of going a little slow for how I normally like to play these games. Like, I'm definitely not a speedrunner, but it is fun to go fast. We should still get Diddy, right? Yeah, cool. So yeah, the optimal way to actually do bonus levels if you're trying to go fast is this. Make a liar and make in-game, why don't you? Cool. Eventually, I will get the right description of how to do bonus levels. Now, the animal buddy tokens are a mechanic that never comes back for good reason. But it is neat enough, especially as a kid, it's neat to get the animal buddy token, especially because DKC doesn't actually save your lives in the game. So do keep that in mind if playing on actual hardware, playing without save states, which I don't recommend anymore. It's just playing on save states, but unless you're playing on hardware. If you're playing the game, just use save states, but if you're playing on the actual hardware, because you want that authentic SNES experience, which is fair, you do get a nice experience with that. It is worth it is worth doing that. Oh, what's actually over here? Anything cool? Because there's a banana. Hey, some life. You do still get the exploration that at least Cameron mentioned a bunch of liking in the DKC original games and all like the set pieces. But I usually don't bother exploring too much. Like, I can't make any promises I'll be going for all the bonus levels. Kind of just doing a casual playthrough because I'm kind of in the mood to this. Play something that I at least know a little bit, well, better than I have been a lot of my other games, because it's kind of purely playing puzzle games. And also our second buddy, On Guard, he's here. He's kind of invaluable to all the water levels. Thankfully he's in all of them, but he is hidden in all of them. But he is a lot easier to find in the first level, of course, as would be expected, because that's kind of how game design works. Stuff should be easier at the beginning of the game, to ease people in and then find the more difficult stuff. We did unfortunately lose On Guard, but thankfully there's another On Guard right here, so it's kind of who cares. Now I'm gonna shut up and let you enjoy the rest of the song. And there we go. Let's give it the Funky for probably one of the better sound effects in the game. Whoa, dudes, my name's Funky. My bodacious jumbo barrel can launch at any point on the island. But most unfortunately, I can only send you to places you've already been to. Wasn't please tell a bummer, let me tell you, I just wanted to hear the hi-ya. The hi-ya's are really good. Barrel Cannon Canyon. So this was the level I was thinking of. I don't feel like playing it. Yep, you can kind of just skip most of the level. Which would have been helpful to know as a kid, because this level kept me from playing most of the game. Watch where you're going. The urge to rewind is strong. But I'm gonna try not to rewind as much as possible, because kind of lame and takes a lot of the challenge out of the game. But we'll see as we get further into the game. That is cool visually, doing the roll jump on that. Actually, there's a shortcut up here? I'm gonna rewind just to check something. Like, I'm just kind of curious. Where's the nail put? Yeah, there is a shortcut up here. Cool! I didn't get my jump button because wireless controllers are kind of bad for this. I didn't hit a checkpoint. No, I didn't. Cool. So yeah, let's keep moving. Another interesting thing is actually, because of DK's ground pound ability, you actually do get bananas for it, which is kind of useful for situations like that, to get that last little like banana you need to get the 1-up. Now, TNT barrels are interesting because they essentially will destroy any enemy in the map on the hit. Which is cool, but they also can't roll, which is annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. What up there? I don't think I can get up there without the Kremlings respawning. Ouch. Yeah, cool. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to use rewind to, like, prevent death, but I do want to see if I can, like, find cool stuff to show up on the Let's Play. Which is essentially what this is. It's not like Wingit plays its own unique thing, it's just Let's Plays. But either way, step by Candy save point and save our game. Ba-ba-dum. 11 minutes and 10% done with the game. Fantastic. You can always check your percentages there. Yeah, there's 100. You can 101% the game, which is cool. And let's deal with our first boss. Very naughty Slayer. Now, something that would have been cool is like DK doing extra damage to the bosses, but right now it's kind of whatever. But I am... Okay, no, that doesn't work. I was curious if that would work, if the ground pound would hit, but it didn't. And then we're that boss fight finished. That, we'll head over to the Monkey Mines in the next episode. But for now, thank y'all so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode of Donkey Kong Country. I almost said returns instinctively.